So, about 2 years ago now, I made this coat. It's not really a coat, it's based off a dressing gown, because I wanted to make something really easy I can just throw on over anything, no buttons and no zips. So it's kind of long and flowy, and it has a 3-pair magnet closure. Here, if I can find it, it's one of the issues. There, in the hood as well. Really simple, with a belt. Right, I've worn this everywhere. I've been on planes with it, I've been travelling with it, I've worn it in freezing cold and very hot temperatures. There's one issue though, it's crap. It's not warm, it doesn't fit me properly, the pieces don't go together properly, it's very tight here, and because I didn't change the needles on my overlocker when I first got it, the seams are just falling apart, literally like ripping apart. And because it was meant to be a prototype, it's made of like hoodie material with like a t-shirt lining. When you need the warmth, it's just not there. So finally found this amazing fabric. This is like a stretch boiled wool coating fabric, and this is like a fluffy, super stretchy, fleece lined hoodie fabric that I'm going to use for the lining. So this is the outside, this is the inside. I've worn it a lot in the last 2 years, and I think it's time to finally upgrade it to something that actually fits me, is actually warm and looks a lot nicer. Let's see how this goes. I'm looking forward to it. This is the pattern that finally it all goes together and fits together properly. Now I'm cutting the sleeve on the fold of the fabric so I can really maximise how much I'm using, because this was not cheap. Let's cut this. This is the moment I've been, well, one of the moments I've been dreading. I shouldn't dread it, you know, it's the start of something amazing. And there we go. Okay, so this is the front left. This is the front right. I can't, because my hand is in the way. Fuck it. This fabric is so dusty. Should have probably sharpened the scissors before I did this, but whatever. That's the exterior of the coat all cut out, and now I have to do exactly the same thing for the lining. Don't leave your scissors unattended. After cutting out all the lining pieces, this is the amount of fabric I had left. That's like 5 centimeters. If I ran out of that, I would have to order a new roll. Just a little test for the size of the pocket. This is not deep enough. This is about an extra 5 centimeters, which now means you can fit a phone in there. Okay, I made a bit of a discovery here. This pocket design that I was going to carry over from the last coat, it's too heavy, it's too thick, there's too many layers. There's the inner pocket layer, the fluff, which is essential, but then there's an extra layer of wool on the outside. I wasn't anticipating doing this, but I'm going to try and do a welt pocket, and I got to make the pattern for it. So I've been, for the last like 4 hours, just been researching how to do it, and I think finally I can do one that works for me. So let's do it. I'm going to use that pocket thing I just made as a sort of reference. This whole bit here is just like unnecessary space to add. This is going to add to the weight of it, so let's just minimise that. Hand is cramping from figuring this out for so long. It won't be this big on the final coat, but I'm just giving myself as much room as I possibly can have to play with. Got some practice fabric just to get this together. Just really quick. I got the basic pocket construction, so let's just give it a go. It looks pretty awful, and I'm gonna have to redo this. But, I mean, it's a pocket. It's a welt pocket, even though it looks like shit. This is totally off, like this measurement here. But yeah, just gotta figure this out. This is gonna take a long time. I might have to do something else. Positioning to see if I like it. Yeah, that's actually pretty perfect, you know? soon this will hopefully be a pocket. Yeah, right, that's the right sides together. Correct? Correct. Right sides are together. I'm going to pin it and flip it and test it anyway, so not important. And then the back piece is a bit of a measuring contest, but I think it should just go like that. You know what, I'm going to pull you in a bit, give you a bit of leeway there, mate. Okay. Making clothes is a real test of spatial awareness. Normally when you make something, you just have to flip it inside out and it's job done. But this, for some reason, because this pocket has 3 pieces, 2 of which are flipping once, but the back piece is flipping twice, I can't, my head cannot like visualize that. I can't visualize it. And I don't know, maybe that's a real issue, but I can't, it doesn't exist in my head. And that's why these things are so stressful. Because if I could, this wouldn't be an issue, but I can't. Right, here we go. Here we go. There's not much else left to do, just to do it. Almost had a fucking disaster there, but we fixed it. Please be correct. Please look good. Please, I'm begging you. Okay, it looks alright. I can't really show it very well on here, but it looks okay. Cut it now, you have to do it. This is basically the moment of truth. I don't want to delay it any longer. Holy shit. Holy shit, I did it. No way. Let's not fuck this up at the last step, but that's it. That's the bag. Now I've just got to close the pocket up, which is easy. It's not pretty, but there it is. Now the last step is just top stitching this down so it doesn't flap, and then we're done. For the first pocket, and then there's the second pocket, and then there's the magnet. Sorry, then you have to attach everything on the coat, and then there's the magnets. Then you have to attach everything on the line, and then you have to attach the belt. Not bad. Behold. It is done. Furry lined welt pocket for my coat. I love it. And I need to do one more for the right side. Let's hope it goes well. This is by far the most complicated piece of clothing making I've ever done, is making these pockets. Double folded on the hem. Don't ask me how I did that. And they're also fur lined, so they're nice and fuzzy and warm. It's just like making a t-shirt. You know, One of the biggest reasons why I started making clothes was it gave me a reason to be around Kitty Cat more often. Maybe it sounds silly, but it was like an extra joy of being at home because I could make them with him around. And I never felt alone, and I always felt motivated, and it just gave me an excuse to spend more time with him. Without him being here, it's like, I still like doing it, but it feels it just doesn't feel the same. Like I'm in a studio now, whereas before I was just in my kitchen, which is just upstairs, but it just doesn't feel the same. But I still like to do it, and I don't want to give up because he wouldn't like that. I really love him a lot. Okay, so first try on. It's pretty good. It's quite good. I wanted it to be bigger, especially around the shoulders, which is exactly what I got. The only issue is at the back. I don't know if you can see, but it kind of sticks up at the back. That's because on the old pattern, the back neck piece was like way too long and I didn't trim it down. So I've kind of shot myself in the arse there, and I need to do that now. Just flatten that back. Just like take a bit of the length out, like an inch on each side of the hem or the seam. Let's just get into it. Actually, I need to cut off that much. Yeah, but that's gonna fit amazingly now. You can see, boom, smooth now. Again, just because the last pattern, I measured it terribly. I don't know what I was thinking. So, yeah. And also still gives me a lot of movement. You know, it's still very mobile. A bit of a mental breakdown here, because I'm trying to attach the hood. But according to the hood, I've only lost about 4 centimetres. But I've chopped off 9 centimetres from the back of the coat. So where the hell has the other 4 or 5 centimetres gone? Where's that gone? It's not on the pattern. It's not any... I'm so confused. Because then it goes from the centre back to the shoulder seam to the front. Not only am I missing 4, but actually the hood pieces still line up, even though I haven't changed them. Okay, I'm editing this part of the video and it's not making sense, so I'm going to quickly try and explain it with my sketches. So, this is the back piece and this is the front piece. This is the neck, the back, rear neck, this is the shoulder, and then it connects to the front neck piece. These two, X and Y, should add up to Z, because that's the hood piece. And that's 1/2. So these X plus Y should perfectly equal Z. Now I trimmed the back, so I trimmed off A off the back. So it'd be X minus the A measurement that I just trimmed off, plus Y equals Z minus A, because I'm trimming off the same measurement from the back and the hood piece, because that's where it attaches, as this is going to the centre back, right? But for some reason, I cut off A, X minus A plus Y is still the same length as that. But even weirder is that the measurement that's missing has gone missing from the back. Even though I only trimmed off a little bit, it's still more of it is missing, which doesn't make any sense. And still, even now, editing the video, I don't understand what's going on. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm trying to explain. Also, only like 20 people are ever going to watch this, so I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into explaining this. How is that possible? I have no idea. What? Only explanation is that it's stretched. This mark here is 42 centimetres, and this was allegedly 42 centimetres coming off the back. But look, it's like 5 centimetres longer, or 3-4 centimetres longer, so it must have stretched. That's how it happened, I think. This is going to be a nightmare if I want to make another one of these. Because it was Anyway, back to let's make the lining and just attach the hood, make the lining and get this over with for the day, because I'm confused. Just got to re-trim the hood because apparently I'm 3 centimetres have disappeared into time and space. Now the lining. This is the same thing I've just done, but now for lining, without the pockets. Just doing that back slit in. This is the lining material, and this is the first thing I'm doing. And after this, just do everything else. Now we've got to put the magnets on that, the waistband on that, and then put that into that, and then we're done. I'm gonna add a little inside pocket to the lining. Because why not? The constant search for offcuts, just so I don't have to use the fabric roll. If I can find offcuts, it just makes life a lot easier. You know what? I could actually just use the fold. Something like that. It's quite nice because with all the wrinkles it just disappears, but it does fit the phone, and I'm pretty much just going to use it for lip balm and stickers, but wow, that was an unnecessary amount of stress for just such a small thing. These little belt loops I made, just going to go like that. I'm not going to attach the back belt loop because it kind of fucks up the look of the back, and also these bits are really thick and I don't want that digging into my back when I sit down somewhere. Really don't want to overdo this because it's going to damage the fabric. That's the wrong fabric. Fuck. Too tight because the last coat this was a really tight like pull. This is a tricky one. Something like that. Then we got the one on the waist as well. I did there, and there. Fingers crossed. It's not even going through. Okay. Magnets are on. I've got my other hoodie on underneath this, but they all line up. Everything lines up really nicely. Oof, luckily it barely noticed it. So here it is. The magnets on the one side are stitched in to the inside. Unfortunately there's going to be seams on the outside, but the ones on the edge of the fabric, they're going to be hemmed in with the double fold hem. Let's get a sleeve through, shall we? There it is. Okay, let's do the rest of it. The magnets in the neck and chest were not strong enough for this extra layer of fabric, which is weird because I tested it and it was fine. So I need to unstitch or pick this thing, slide another magnet in there, and then stitch it back up. I already did it on the other one. But yeah, I just want to get out of the way. The last step, I have to sew all the way around the coat. Just adding these clips to the ends to get the seam properly working. Get closer here. To get that double fold seam, just adding all those clips, took me about 2.5 hours. I'm going to be here for a long time. Done! I thought this would take me a day. It's taken 4 days, 1 of pattern making, 1 of figuring everything out, and 2 of putting it all together.
This is by far the most complicated thing I've ever made. The amount of time this has taken. But this is literally my dream coat. Just something you can throw on. It goes with anything and it's really warm. There's no buttons, there's no zips, it's very practical and I love it. I hope you watched the whole of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this. It was a mission to film it. It probably took twice as long because I was filming it, but I've already gone back through the footage and I don't know, it's really nice to see what it came from. So yeah, as the sun sets, thank you for watching and stick around for more.